good afternoon, depending on the time you'll be watching this video. We are back again with another lesson. Okay, so welcome to Maven's Enterprise, where we make things simple for you to understand. Okay, so if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe, like the video, comment and share so that everyone can benefit out there. Okay, so today we are talking about lesson 3. We have done 2 lessons so far. For those who haven't seen those 2 lessons that we have done so far, you can just go back and view them. They are uploaded on the channel. You can just go back and watch those lessons. Okay, so we are going to be talking about currency exchange rates and the PIP. We're going to be talking about currency exchange rate and the PIP. What are they? What do they mean when they say currency exchange rate? What do they mean when they say the dollar is foreign against the euro? All those things. And what is a PIP? What do they mean when they say PIP? I've gotten 20 pips out of that trade. I've gotten 100 pips out of that trade. So what is a PIP? So these are the things we're going to be looking at. Okay. So starting with the currency exchange rate. So currency exchange rate is the rate at which one currency will be exchanged for another currency. Okay. So this is just the rate or the value at which one currency will be exchanged against another currency. Okay. So remember in our introductory videos, we said each and every country, they have specific currencies that they use. Each and every country, they have specific currencies that they use. Like, for example, in United States, you have the United States dollar. In Zambia, you have the Zambian kwacha. In South Africa, you have the South African rand. Okay, all those things. So there are a lot of currencies. So the value, let's take, for example, the value of the Zambian kwacha against the dollar is what we are going to call the exchange rate of that pair. Okay, so again, remember we said in Forex, currencies are quoted in what? Pairs. They come in pairs. So when you are buying in Forex, you are buying at the same time you are selling the pair that is quoted with that particular currency pair. Okay, so currencies are quoted in pairs and mostly in 4 decimal places. Okay, so you are going to find this value, the exchange rate, is going to be expressed in 4 decimal places. Okay, now not all pairs will be expressed in 4 decimal places, as we are going to see when we go to down to the lesson. Okay, but most of them, they are going to have 4 decimal places. They are going to have 4 decimal places. Some, they'll have even a 5th decimal place. There'll be a small number down there, which is a 5th decimal place. Okay, so if you look at, for example, this pair that we have here, you have the Euro USD, the Euro quoted against the United States dollar. Okay, so the Euro USD is equals to 1.3505. Okay, so the decimal places we are talking about are these 4 numbers after the decimal place. Okay, so you have 1 there, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so most of the currencies will be quoted with the 4 decimal places. Okay, so that being said, you'll find that the JPY pairs are the only exception. Of course, there are some others, but the ones that will be focusing so much are the JPY pairs. So while all other pairs are quoted to 4 decimal places. Okay, so when a pair is quoted to 4 decimal places, it means 1 pip of that pair will be equal to 0.001. Okay, so the JPY pairs are quoted to 2 decimal places. Okay, so the JPY pairs, they will be quoted to 2 decimal places. So meaning 1 pip of the JPY pair will just be equal to 0.01. Whereas a pair that is quoted in 4 decimal places, 1 pip will be equal to 0.001. Okay, so for example, you have the USD quoted against the Japanese yen, which is the JPY. Okay, so this is the value there. So if you look at the digits after the decimal place, that is the decimal place there. If you look at the digits after the decimal places, you just have 2. So you have 1 and 2. Okay, so the JPY pairs, all the JPY pairs will be quoted like this. They will have 2 decimal places instead of 4 decimal places. So you can have the Euro JPY, the AUD JPY, all those who have 4 decimal places. Okay, so we move on again. What is a pip? What is a pip? Okay, so when you're a beginner, you hear a lot about these people saying, no, I've gotten 100 pips, I've gotten 20 pips, I've gotten 30 pips. Okay, my stop loss is at 50 pips, all those things. So now, what is a pip? So basically, a pip is more like a shorthand of price interest point. So it just means the price interest point. That is the meaning of a pip. So the definition now is that a pip, this is the smallest change in value for any given Forex quote. So the smallest change that a given Forex quote will have, that is what we call a pip. The smallest change that can happen to a Forex quote is what we call a pip. So if you look at this quote here, which is 98.73. So the smallest movement that can happen to this is 0.01. Okay, 0.01. That's the smallest because it is rounded off to 2 decimal places. Okay, no wonder the JPY pairs a pip will be equals to 0.01. Okay, whereas all the pairs except the JPY pairs, which are quoted in 4 decimal places, the smallest value that can change is the last decimal place there, and it's the 4th decimal place. Okay, so the smallest value that this quoted pair can undergo is 0.0001. Okay, so here you put on the first decimal place 0, second decimal place 0, third decimal place 0, then here 1. Okay, so the last digit there, it can either increase or decrease, okay, depending on where the price is going. It can either increase or decrease. Okay, so the smallest change in value for any given Forex quote is what we call pip. Okay, so for all non-JPY pairs, 1 pip represents the 4th decimal place of the quote. Okay, so 1 pip represents the 4th decimal place of that quote. So you look at the 4th decimal place and see how it has moved. From there, you determine your pips. Okay, so for all JPY pairs, 1 pip represents the 2nd decimal place of that quote. Okay, so meaning 1 pip will be equal to 0.01, as we have seen. Okay, so for example, you are given these examples here. You have the Euro USD again, the Euro USD. So this is the past price. This is where price was, let's say 2 weeks ago, 1 month ago. So the Euro against the USD, it was at this rate. It was at 1.3505. Okay, so now going in the future, let's say today, you check the rate. The rate is like this. So the rate is 1.3506. Okay, so as you can see, there is a difference there. Here the last digit is 5, but on the current price, the price that we have today, the last digit is 6. So what has happened to this exchange rate? So this exchange rate, it has moved by 1 pip. It has moved by 1 pip. Remember, all the currency pairs except the JPY pairs, the 1 pip is the last decimal, the fourth decimal place. Okay, so the fourth decimal place here is 5. Okay, so you look at the change. How has the last decimal place changed? It has changed by 1. It was 5, it is now 6. So it has gained by 1. So meaning this price has gained by 1 pip. This price has gained by 1 pip. Okay, if here instead of being 6, it became 3. Okay, so you are going to say that the euro against the USD has lost 2 pips because it was 3. The last digit there was 5. Now it has become 3. So 2 pips have been lost. Okay, so now the JPY pairs also is the same thing. So remember them, they will be expressed in 2 decimal places. So let's say this is the price 2 weeks ago, which is 80.55. Then going into the future, the price becomes 80.87. Okay, so what has happened to this pair? What has happened to this pair is that this price here has changed from 5 to what? To 7. Then even the first decimal place has changed from 5 again to 8, as you can see, from 5 to 8. So this pair has moved by 32 pips. Remember, this value here represents 1. When it changes, that is a change in 1 pip. Okay, so the change there from 5 to 7, it has gained how many pips? 2. The second value, when it changes, that is 10. So whenever this value changes, that is 10. So it has changed again from 5 to 8. So how many 10s are there? So it has changed by 3. So 3 by 10, that is 30, plus the 2 that the last digit changed, that is 32 pips. Okay, so this is very simple, but you don't worry if you don't know how to calculate these. You won't even really need to be calculating them when trading and anything, but you just need to have a basic understanding of price, the exchange rates, and the pips and all that, but they are not really significant in trading. You can trade even minus knowing this knowledge, for as long as you have you know what you are doing, your mentality is well, your psychology is perfect, and all that, you can easily make money minus the background of this. But it is important to know where certain things come from, so that you become an educated trader, not a trader who is just following what other people are saying, not a trader who is just following other people are saying. Okay, so this is the end of our short lesson today. We'll continue with the other lessons that are coming in this series. So please keep on checking the channel. We'll be uploading the new videos as we can. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed, again, subscribe, like the video, comment, and share. Any questions that you have, please put them in the comment box. We'll respond to them. Okay, thank you.